Time to get you in the know. Some catastrophic weather impacting parts of Europe. We've seen stormy weather in Ireland, but many other countries, including Spain, Portugal, other parts of Europe, really feeling impacts of a multitude of storms that have been leading to some catastrophic flooding. In France, we see a city street, the cascade of water. Other areas, though, the flooding damage even more severe. Take a look here with some taking to their rooftops with very high waters in parts of Spain. The agricultural damage has been very significant as well. Millions of euros of crops impacted as we see crews wading through incredibly deep waters, and the storms that have kind of trained and one after another brought the intense amounts of rainfall playing a big role here. And sadly, there's been casualties as well, as we've seen crews working tirelessly amid some brutal weather conditions here in Spain. And we'll unpack this a bit further as we bring in meteorologist Nadine Powell. Nadine, it's been a number of storms that have created quite a tragic situation for a couple of different countries.
Yes, but I mean, Spain really being hard hit once again. If you remember, last year we had deadly flooding as well in the Valencia region. And now we are seeing a similar story for us. Excessive rainfall, like you mentioned, with several systems that roll through. Just to take Spain, for instance, for example, we can see here in Grazalema, just on the Iberian Peninsula there, over 500 millimeters of rainfall, Matt, that coming down in just a 24-hour period, and we see the impacts of that.
Yeah, and let's look at more footage we take to the skies, and this is certainly catastrophic flooding for the communities that are dealing with, like you said, 500 millimeters of rain for some areas in such a short span of time. And historic flooding, Nadine, there's certainly some interesting stats to run through when it comes to what some areas have been going through.
Yeah, we've been dealing with several evacuations through that region, 3,500 evacuations, hundreds or at least over 100 road closures with the extreme rainfall. And of course, we've had at least 5 or 6 systems roll through the area, Matt. So of course, with all of that, the risk of flooding is continuing.
Yes, like you said, it's really been a number of systems, and that's when we start to get into such high risk as one storm after another, and you already have such saturated ground. And these next systems that have come in tow have been leading to, again, quite the visuals we're seeing here. Nadine, where do we go from here as we have seen, again, such a unfavorable weather pattern, to say the least?
Yeah, well, this weekend we're dealing with Storm Marta, the pattern that usually sets up for these sort of scenarios, blocking patterns where we've got that blocking ridge over Scandinavia there. And we've seen those storms come in, head into Europe and even into Northwest Africa as well, like Tunisia, areas like Algeria as well. They've been dealing with flooding as a result of a lot of these storms. The high pressure center blocking the advance of those lows. And Matt, on the backside, we've seen, cold temperatures on the eastern side with that ridge pumping below normal temperatures into countries like Poland and into Ukraine and Lithuania, Matt.
Okay, so even a temperature angle, but again, we're looking at quite a challenging situation with multiple storms lining up.